Hey Fit Fam, it's Coach Ryan from Functional Flex, Team FFLEX. I'm here in the office. I'm here to answer one of your guys' questions, one of your girls' questions, real quick, real fast for you, in a quick little simple video today. The question has been coming up, and I've heard it more and more and more, is especially from new competitors and things like that, is how long do you need to prep? But I don't want to form this video just for competitors. I want this to be relevant for anybody watching this, whether you want to build muscle or burn fat or you want to do anything. I'm going to tell you approximately how long a prep's going to take you no matter what, including competitors and all that. So when you set a new goal, first thing you have to do, no matter who you are or what you're doing, is you got to know what the outcome of that goal is going to be. So you got to know where you're going to be at this marker. So for the competitor, it's going to be the show, and you need to have the stage physique. For someone who wants to lose 20 pounds, it's going to be by this day. You're going to look this way. That's the weight loss kind of body you're trying to attain. Someone who's trying to build muscle or achieve a certain level of strength or do a marathon or an obstacle race, you see where we're heading with this. You got to have the date set first, and then you have to reverse engineer. Okay, and what I mean by reverse engineer is you have to know what's going to take between now and then to get to that time. You have to know approximately what you're trying to accomplish, what you need to look like, where your weight needs to be, how fast you want to run your race, etc. And then you need to backtrack it and do everything between, okay? So that's the first step. You need to know the outcome. Once you know the outcome, then you can create the plan. Now, the plan is going to need to be adaptive. It's going to need to be flexible. It's going to need to adjust with you as you go through things, because no matter how perfect you plan out the plan, likely you're going to have to change some things. Stuff's going to come up, things are going to get in the way, maybe you get sick, maybe you have a problem at work, something like that prevents you from getting to the gym, you miss a training day, family problem, all kinds of things can come up, okay? And it's going to need to be something that's going to be adaptive. And you want to make sure you're also basing your plan and your adjustments off of your progression. So as you go and as you make progress, especially if you're a competitor or something like that, you want to be seeing certain things be attained. If we know you need to be by this stage weight with this kind of body fat percentage, and we need to see this level of proportion here and there, we want to know in advance what we're going to be looking at the 8-week out window, at the 4 weeks out window, and so on and so forth. Same with someone who's trying to run a race or something like that. You want to see a repeated pattern of good times, and you want to see them getting better and better and better as you go into your race for your fastest possible race. Same with weight loss. You want to see weight loss, fat loss occurring as you go. Same with building muscle, etc. Okay, we want to be seeing the progression. If the progression isn't happening and you don't know why, I would not stick to the plan. A lot of times progress can be fluctuating, okay? So you don't want to go with short-term things like week to week. I often have people do check-ins and progress pictures and stats and all that, but I am not adjusting the program on a week-to-week basis 99% of the time, because what I'm really looking for is a trend over a period of time. I'm not necessarily looking at the 7-day, because Coach Ryan knows things don't happen in 7 days. Nothing's going to be magical, nothing's going to happen there. It's 7 days, okay? So I'm looking at the trends over time, because there's going to be days where you're up, there's going to be days where you're down, there's going to be all kinds of things. Same's going to come at you with any goal you have. You're going to have days where you're feeling more improved, further along, and days where you're falling back and you feel like maybe you're not even where you need to be, etc. Those kind of things just happen with the body. They're going to happen with the mind. It's part of the game, no matter what it is. Attaining a goal, some days are going to be better than others. Not every day is sunshine and rainbows, okay? So that's the other piece. You got to have something that's adaptive. You got to have something that's going to work for you, and adjust it if it's not working for you to make sure you're always on course to hit this target. If we're looking at an actual timeline for any goal, you honestly want to expect 12 to 16 weeks. Okay? You're setting a new goal. 12 to 16 weeks is going to be a good level of time to at least start digging into that goal. Now, what I mean by that is, depending on who you are and what you're doing and where you're currently at, it could be longer, it could be shorter. But a nice round kind of number is that any goal that you guys have, okay, any goal that you want to achieve, is going to be in that window of time no matter what. It's going to be longer for some, shorter for others, but it is always going to be in this kind of level playing field, the medium right here, where you're going to be starting. So, first things you got to know, 12 to 16 weeks, that's about 3 to 4 months. Now, that's not that long. A lot of people will be like, what? I want results faster than that. I saw 6-minute abs and all that. Bullshit. Okay? You want results, you do the work. And the work's going to take at least 12 to 16 weeks, okay? Contest prep, most of the time people are doing 12 weeks, which is now getting too short, to be honest, okay? It's too short of a time period. If you're messing around for the other 9 months of the year, and you think you're going to clean up your physique in 12 weeks, it's just not going to happen with the standard of physiques that are getting put on stage these days and the shows and all that. you definitely are going to want a little bit more of a chunk of time because a lot of different things are going to come into play depending on your proportions. If you have to do any level of muscle building or actual attaining the right shape and size and proportion, it's going to be much longer than 12 weeks. 12 weeks would be simply just a cut down time frame to kind of chisel your body fat down, maintain your gains, get in the right condition. Doesn't matter if you're a bodybuilder, bikini competitor, figure, or whatever, this is all going to be the same. You need to have the right physique, you need to have the right proportions, the right shape, the right level of muscle mass, and you need to have the right level of conditioning, and then of course stage presence, posing, all those things come in, but those are not going to necessarily be dictated by the week of windows that you're going to be paying attention to. However, all of the other elements will. Okay, so you're looking at your 12-week, your 8-week being your kind of chiseled down, lean out condition phase where you're going to finally highlight and show off the physique. Anything longer than that is going to be a build phase for the most part, what I call an improvement season, where you're going to be making improvements and going and going and going. So this is your ballpark kind of statement, you guys. 12 to 16 weeks for competitors, 12 to 16 weeks for someone trying to achieve fat loss, 12 to 16 weeks for someone trying to achieve muscle building. You need to be in these windows of time where you're actually going to run a program cycle. Now, 12 to 16 weeks is the perfect length of a program cycle. A lot of people want to jump around faster than that. A lot of people don't want to do a program that long. A lot of people want 4 weeks, 6 weeks. Great. You're wasting your time then. You're a dabbler. You're not ever getting into the actual mode where you're going to get the results you want because you're not digging into them long enough, okay? If you need to master something, you don't just go at it for a few weeks at a time and then chunk out and do something totally different. Imagine someone who was in a high-level profession like doctors. They go to school for how many damn years before they're allowed to do anything? Surgeons, same thing. They don't get to just like study one way of surgery for 4 weeks and then jump to a new way and then rebound, and eventually they're going to go ahead and go and actually be a surgeon. It doesn't work that way. Same's going to be with your results. You got to be fully addicted, you got to be fully adapted, and you got to fully commit to doing an actual program cycle. So you need to make sure that you're taking the time. And a lot of times you're not going to be happy the entire time you're doing a program. You might get bored, you might get tired of it, you might not feel like, oh, I don't want to do this day, this is my least. Go to work. Get it done. You're here for results. You're here for whatever it is you're trying to do. And if you want to get to the end game goal that we set as the first level of this whole damn video, then you need to do what it takes between. So, program cycles, 12 to 16 weeks. Any kind of goals that you guys are going to set, you're going to be able to see progression within 12 to 16 weeks. That's the truth. It's going to be faster for some, shorter for others. In regards to actually how you should be training for your goals, it should be 365. That's my statement. That's my actual true statement about how long it takes to get ready for anything. 365. Because I know from being a coach for so damn long, no matter who you are and what you're doing, whether you're a competitor, fat loss client, muscle building client, strength training, power lifter, obstacle racer, marathon runner, whatever you want to say, your goals adapt. And as you make progress, you want to make more progress. And as you move this way, you might change your mind and want to move that way. And things are going to adjust. There's going to be phases where you want to build, phases where you want to cut. Things are going to change all the time. However, what won't change is the fact that you're going to try to attain a goal. It is very, very rare. I've never even seen it where someone's just going to drop off the map and say they're done doing everything. They're going to leave the gym. They're going to do this and that, because you would never even start following a program anyway if you're that type of person. So if you've been in a program, you're training for a comp, you're training for this or that, you are training for a lifestyle. And that's important to remember. A lot of people seem to forget this, and this is why they don't get the results they want. You're training for a lifestyle. A lifestyle doesn't mean a day. It doesn't mean a week. It doesn't mean 4 weeks. It doesn't mean 6. It doesn't mean 6 months. It means 365. Every single day, you're doing what it takes to get where you want to be. And you adjust as you go, you change your goals, you adapt as you change your mind about things, and you see a new vision, you see new targets, things you want to conquer, everything's going to change. So it's an ever-developing path of getting where you want to be, and a lot of times, you're always going to want more wherever you get. So as a person conquers their first contest prep, now you want to do another one. Now you want to do one after that. Now you want to go to nationals. Now you want to become a pro. Now you want to do this and that, everything else. Same with someone who's at fat loss. First you lost the weight. You lost 20 pounds. Now you want a six-pack. Now you want bigger shoulders, better legs. Same person with muscle building. Maybe you built up some delts, but now you want some more quads. You want to get stronger here. You want to bring your deadlift up. You beat your PR. Now you want more. Same thing. You run a marathon. You want to go faster. You want to do it better. Growth is the key to life, and that's what we're here to do. And that's why you need to understand that the time frame for attaining your goals needs to be set in increments, but it's also going to be a lifelong thing if you're really in this for what it takes. Coach Ryan is out.